6. Echo and Narcissus. Echo, known for entertaining Hera with her tales to allow Zeus's mistresses time to escape, is eventually punished by the goddess for her deceit. She is rejected and scorned by Narcissus, whom she falls deeply in love with. Narcissus, renowned throughout the cities of Ionia for his accurate predictions, gains fame for his infallible voice. Liriope, a beautiful nymph, tests his prophetic abilities by consulting him about her son, Narcissus, whom she bore after an encounter with the river god Cephisus. The prophet foretells that Narcissus will live a long life if he never recognizes himself. Initially, his prophecy seems trivial, but events unfold to confirm its truth. As Narcissus grows into adolescence, his beauty captivates many suitors, yet his pride remains unyielding. Echo, a nymph cursed by Hera to only repeat the words of others, falls in love with Narcissus after spying on him hunting. Despite her desire to speak to him, Echo is unable to initiate conversation due to her curse. Hera cursed Echo because she often delayed the goddess with stories, allowing Zeus's lovers to escape detection. Despite her longing, Echo silently trails Narcissus, her desire intensifying with each step. She yearns to express her feelings to him, but is restrained by nature. Instead, she eagerly awaits his words, ready to echo them back. The young man, separated from his companions, calls out, "Is there anyone here?" And Echo responds, "Here." He is astonished and, scanning his surroundings, shouts, "Come!" Echo repeats his call. Perplexed by the repeated responses, he exclaims, "Why do you avoid me?" Echo echoes his words exactly. Undeterred, he insists they meet, and Echo eagerly agrees, rushing towards him. However, he recoils, declaring he would rather die than allow her to embrace him. She answers nothing but "Have the enjoyment of me." Rejected, Echo hides in the woods, concealing her blushing face with leaves, and lives in lonely caves. Despite her refusal, her love intensifies, and she wastes away from longing. Her voice and bones remain, her voice echoing throughout the mountains. They say her bones turned into stones, and while she remains concealed in the woods, her voice is heard in all of them, her voice alone keeping her alive. 7. Narcissus, changed into a flower. Narcissus was a notorious heartbreaker. He toyed with nymphs and youths alike, leaving a trail of heartbreak in his wake. One vengeful victim, scorned by Narcissus, raised their hands to the heavens and cursed him. May he love someone he can never have. The gods, perhaps sympathetic to the many Narcissus had wronged, answered this prayer. Deep in the forest, there existed a crystal-clear spring, untouched by man or animal. Narcissus, weary from hunting in the scorching heat, stumbled upon this inviting oasis. As he bent down to quench his thirst, a different kind of thirst took hold of him. He saw his own reflection in the water, but mistook it for another person of unparalleled beauty. He was captivated by this image, staying completely still, as if turned to stone. He admired every detail, his star-like eyes, his youthful face, his flowing hair. He was in love, but with an illusion. Unaware that the object of his affection was just a reflection, he reached out to touch it, only to find nothing but water. He showered the image with kisses, but they landed only on the unforgiving surface. He couldn't understand why he couldn't grasp this perfect being. The more Narcissus pursued his reflection, the more frustrated he became. He was trapped in a cycle of longing and disappointment. The reflection mimicked his every move, always just out of reach. "Why do you tease me, beautiful creature?" he cried. "Turn away and I lose you. But you are always there, yet never truly here. You are just a shadow with no substance of your own. You come and go with me, but I cannot seem to leave you behind." Narcissus, consumed by his past rejections, had no interest in food or sleep. He lay sprawled on the cool grass, mesmerized by the deceitful image in the spring. His own reflection was slowly undoing him. Narcissus, consumed by his past rejections, had no interest in food or sleep. He lay sprawled on the cool grass, mesmerized by the deceitful image in the spring. His own reflection was slowly undoing him. He lifted himself slightly and addressed the surrounding woods. "Have you ever seen such a tragic love story? You've witnessed countless lovers, but has anyone ever pined away like this for so long? I've been here ages, yet the object of my desire remains just out of reach. It's maddening. There's nothing separating us. No vast sea, no mountains, no locked city, just a little water." He reached out to the reflection. "Come here. Why do you tease me, handsome stranger? Why do you retreat when I reach for you?" Surely I'm not so hideous. Even the nymphs have desired me. Your friendly gaze gives me hope. You mimic my movements, my arms reaching, my smile, even my tears. You nod in response, and I swear I see your lips move, though no sound reaches me. It's me. I see it now. I am in love with myself, both the flame and the fuel. What am I to do? Beg myself? But what's the point? I possess what I desire, yet abundance leaves me empty. I just wish I could escape my own body. A strange wish for a lover, to wish the beloved away. Grief gnawed at Narcissus, weakening him. He wouldn't last much longer. Death doesn't frighten me, he confessed, for it offers an escape from this torment. I only wish my beloved could live on. We shall both perish, two souls lost in one doomed love. Despondent, he returned to the reflection, his tears disturbing the water's surface, distorting the image. Where are you going? Stay! Don't be so cruel. Let me at least see what I cannot touch to feed this wretched infatuation. He tore at his clothes, his grief turning violent. He beat his marble-white chest, leaving red marks like blemishes on ripening apples or grapes turning purple in a cluster. The reflection in the water mirrored this change. Narcissus couldn't bear it any longer. Just as wax melts in fire or frost fades under the morning sun, Narcissus wasted away, consumed by his hidden love. His once vibrant complexion and handsome features, the very things that had charmed Echo, were gone. Even Echo, though still angry at his past cruelty, felt a pang of sympathy. Whenever he cried alas, she echoed his sorrow. When he struck himself, she mimicked the sound. His final words, spoken to the reflection as always, were, "Beautiful youth, forever out of reach." The water echoed back the exact same words. As he uttered a final farewell, Echo responded in kind. He laid his head down on the green grass, his eyes forever closed to the beauty he adored. Even in the underworld, it was said he gazed at his reflection in the river Styx. The Naiad sisters mourned him, cutting their hair in grief. The Dryads joined their lament, with Echo amplifying their cries. They prepared the funeral pyre, the torches, and the bier. But when they went to collect his body, it was nowhere to be found. In its place bloomed a yellow flower with white petals surrounding its center.